Iris was in the Somnium earlier.
Yes, we saw.
So damn paranoid about my recording. So damn paranoid.
An unidentified figure tried to stab Iris to death. And Date and Iba...
Who is that figure?
Probably So himself.
True, he could imagine himself in his Somnium that way. Mr. Date's ego algorithm processed the figure into that particular image.
What are you people talking about? If you're quite done here, hurry up and release me.
The thing is, though, it could also be he witnessed someone. Like, there's also the possibility that he was witnessing someone else do it. Like, I don't think that's the case, but it's a possibility.
I want to beat So over the head with that thing.
Understandable.
I see. Apparently you need your dosage increased.
Dosage?
See this? The fact that they drug him and don't tell him is worrying. Like, I'm not okay with that, I'm gonna be real. Who is Reika? Let me see Reika at least once.
No, nothing yet. They arrived a while ago, but that warehouse is owned by Okiura Fishery.
I know. Iba, can you check to see if it's the Okiura?
Searching.
I saw it on the monitor. Iba saving Iris as she was being stabbed. Of course, since you and Iba are one and the same, it's like you saved her, Date. But that was just a dream. It's not real. Saving her in Somnium won't save her now. I'm sorry. Are you kidding me? You know that what we find in Somnium can't be submitted as evidence in court. Besides, we don't even know for sure if that figure was So.
You said it was.
I said that it's probably him.
Excuse me? I'm right here. I can hear everything you're saying.
Yeah, ignore us.
Imagine the human brain as being made up of two elements: memory and algorithmic structure.
Uh-huh.
The former is preferable because the latter can be problematic. It can output things based on the inputs it is given. To make this easier to understand, compare this to a computer. Memory is like your data stored on a hard disk. The algorithm is the program. This program controls everything, from higher cognitive functions to primitive instinct. This program is what creates the phenomenon of consciousness.
I don't like the idea of consciousness being a phenomenon. I don't like the sound of that. So it makes it sound like a mistake.
In short, it is your ego algorithm. What you call your mind. Recognition, cognition, consciousness. All of these processes are incomprehensible without the ego algorithm. However, the Wadjet system is revolutionizing the way we think about consciousness.
The Wadjet system controls my core programming.
Using Wadjet, we could map the neural circuitry of the human brain. And we discovered a specific circuit that is key to the phenomenon of consciousness. However, we human beings are still unable to fully grasp it. It's far too complicated. But even if we don't understand it, we can still use it.
Yeah, fair enough.
You don't have to understand electromagnetism to use a microwave oven.
I was about to say, this is how science is based on. We don't understand it, but we can use it.
The Wadjet system is how we are able to extract the sinker's consciousness. That is what makes sinking possible. During a sync, the sinker's consciousness, or ego, is brought into the subject's somnium. They enter the subconscious mind, or more accurately, sink into it. At this time, the sinker's memories are left in their original body. Picture an egg. The ego is the egg yolk that goes into the subject's brain. The sinker's memories are the whites which remain in the shell. The sinker, or rather the sinker as their pure ego, experiences the subject's somnium. But to be precise, it is not only ego. When synced, a modicum of memory data does get sent into the subject's brain. Imagine separating an egg yolk from its whites. No matter how you try, some of the egg whites will always stick to the yolk. This is just like that.
Okay.
The subject of the sync remembers certain persons or objects that appear in Somnium. But they might not have a clear form. Our dreams are sometimes vague or unclear after all. Even the subject of the dream themselves.
Hang on then. So if we take our ego and memory data into a person's somnium when we do a sync, is it possible to leave memory data either on purpose or by accident? Because if we bring it across without intending to, is it possible to leave it without intending to? Because if so, that could be a problem. You could implant memories into people and that would be wrong. You could implant your own memories into people. Think about that. Like, imagine if we synced with So just then, and now he knows what Reika looks like, and he wouldn't know about that. People like, who the fuck is this woman? Could you accidentally just let memories slip into someone else's mind? Because that's fucked. That'd be fucked.
I told you earlier that the syncer experiences the dream from the perspective of an observer. That is why the person creating the dream can appear within it. But perhaps they do not have an objective view of themselves, like a mirror or picture. Perhaps he's never watched himself on television. Rare for a politician, but not unheard of. He lacks that objective picture of himself. He remains stoic and unattached despite his position of power. I find that quite powerful. To be able to put your ego aside and see yourself as God sees you is an ability many charismatic people share.
That is like straight up ego driven right there.
He may not have a rational, objective assessment of himself. So, even if this figure is ambiguous,
it could be so.
Indeed.
But then we also link this to Iris's Somnium, which was making out with So, and it brings into question multiple things about this old man, an 18-year-old girl. How old is this man? He's 60 and he was fucking an 18-year-old. Alright, well done, sir. Well done, I guess. Actually, where are we in the flowchart? Okay. Fair enough. He looks tired. Medicine hasn't fully worn off. I bet it makes him a bit dazed.
Come to think of it, I still haven't heard your explanation for this. 2 days ago, you called Shoko Nadami just after 9 p.m. Why?
That is a private matter that I will not discuss with you.
What were you doing at 5 p.m. 2 days ago?
Reading a book at home. You can ask my housekeeper or my bodyguards. They will confirm that for you.
That does match what the bodyguard said earlier.
But they're like family to him. They're not above telling a lie to protect their boss.
I've been telling you I don't know anything.
That's impossible. I saw Iris in your dream. You have to have some memory of her.
What are you talking about? I don't understand a word of this. I didn't.
Are you planning on acting dumb all night? How did you know Iris was stabbed?
I heard it.
What?
On my way to this place, I heard that woman over there talking. Something about a girl who got stabbed in the back.
Are you talking about me?
Yes, you.
I don't remember exactly what I said. It's possible that I mentioned a body with stab wounds to the back.
Boss.
It is impossible to determine now. He very well may not have seen Iris's body.
How?
No. He still must have. He was in the warehouse.
But does that mean we can conclude for certain that he saw the corpse?
What, did he just look, did he walk into the warehouse, see the table with the thing on top of it and walked around it and just didn't question it? Like, there's no, like, logical... Alright, fuck it.
Date, the investigation team is calling.
This is Date from Abyss. What happened?
Hey, sorry to call you out of the blue. There's something we want to check. Is now a good time?
Sure, what is it?
You said you found a body at Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse. The one at Ariake? Warehouse District?
Yes, that's right.
Huh. Okay.
Why? What happened?
It's, not here.
What's not there?
We searched all over the warehouse. We didn't find any bodies.
Okay. Okay.
What do you mean there's no body?
We looked everywhere. But nothing.
Date, I am not doubting you. However, are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. I saw it. I know I saw it. I saw Iris's body with my own right eye.
Then perhaps someone moved the body between the time we left and CSI arrived.
No, there's another possibility.
There is?
I don't know. Okay. And she's just chilling at home.
Date?
Iris!
I have questions.
What are you doing? Barging in without ringing the doorbell? Oh, you see, Mizuki ended up staying at my place. Something wrong?
I have
World
so many questions.
changed.
I have so many questions. I guess his comment there about the world change is meant to make me believe that because he changed something in Somnium, it changed the world in real life. I don't believe that, but I do have questions.
Iba and I saved Iris during the sink yesterday. She wasn't killed.
True, but that was only a dream.
Maybe the dream changed reality.
Impossible.
Then how else would you explain it? Iris came back to life.
Alright, we're doing this again.
Hey, Date, who's cuter? The Matryoshka or Iba?
Iba.
The first one.
I will carve out your insides and turn you into a Matryoshka.
Understandable.
You know, the kanji for chair comes out to strange mushroom.
Why?
Makes me think of a man's strange mushroom, if you know what I mean.
It makes sense because you can sit on it.
Seriously, is that the only thing you can think about right now?
Sorry, what? Okay.
If only money rained down from the sky.
If
I know, right?
If only I could control you with a remote.
Yeah, it'd be easy, wouldn't it?
Make you do this, make you do that.
Depends on what this and that is. Depending on your answer, I'd be okay with it.
I've been wondering, which balls are bigger? Yours or this soccer ball?
Probably the soccer ball.
The soccer ball, obviously.
I can't believe it's not a raccoon.
I know, right?
What?
There's something about a man who likes his coffee black. Black coffee puts hair on your chest.
It does?
Does it now?
And somewhere lower.
Okay.
I understand. You are referring to Date's leg hair.
Yeah.
It is quite prominent.
Yeah, Iba. Let's go with that. Wonderfully naive woman you are.
Where should I put old Jack here?
I thought his name was Bill.
Happy birthday to you. That song used to be copyrighted, you know?
Did it?
But now it's public domain and I can sing it to my heart's content.
Did it used to be copyrighted?
Don't you love it?
Really? It's a neat little tidbit I didn't know.
So the darts board has all these holes and the tip of the dart goes in, right? It's kind of sexual, don't you think?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I do not understand. What is sexual about it?
You put just the tip in holes, woman.
You don't want to know.
I can't tell who's hornier, you or fucking Date. You're both filth.
We should go skiing.
We should.
That was out of nowhere.
Is that a no?
Of course it is. We're in the middle of an investigation.
What? You don't want to go night skiing on my bunny hills?
I don't know what night skiing means, but I can infer from the statement.
I will not allow such scandalous behavior.
I was just kidding. What are you, jealous?
She is. Again though, what the fuck is night skiing? I don't
Did
understand.
you ever used to play with these rulers like a gun when you were in elementary school?
Yes, actually.
I don't know. I don't have any memories from back then, remember?
I sleep with a different one every night.
Of course you do.
They're so fluffy.
Oh, body pillow.
Consider it a good luck charm, so you don't drown when you sink.
Hey.
Merry Christmas.
It's November.
Is it?
Grandpa. Answer me, Grandpa.
I'm really worried about her mental health. We all are, quite frankly. Alright, cool.
Under no circumstances are you allowed to look under this rug. Do you understand?
What have you got under there?
Either porn or just trash.
Stranger things have been known to happen. 2 days ago, Date found Iris's frozen corpse in Mizuki's Somnium. It must have been a prophecy.
Boss.
There's a lot of stuff in this world that can't be explained by science.
Fair enough.
Congressman Sajima is suspicious in more ways than one. Exhibit A. 3 days ago, So called Shoko Nadami's phone. We still don't know exactly why. He only told us it was meant to be private. Exhibit B. Sosajima was at Okiura Fishery Warehouse last night, but didn't inform us of this. There must be something he doesn't want us knowing. Exhibit C. So was in Iris's Somnium.
That fucked me up. That fucked me up hard. The line says Iris was in Somnium, which is correct, but she just said Iris was in No, she just said so was in Iris' Somnium, which is true in the other timeline.
Dreams are constructed from memories.
That's a fault right there. That's a mistake, madam. Like, there's...
So was in Iris's Somnium.
That was wrong. That's a mistake, and that fucked me up. Because it's true in a different timeline.
Yet the good congressman denies he ever knew Iris. I sent him home yesterday.
You released him?
What was I supposed to do? We can't hold him without solid proof. What we saw with Iris hasn't happened yet.
In any case, we have to speak with him again.
Date and Iba saved Iris and Somnium. And that changed the history of the real world? Well, I guess it's not impossible.
That isn't what you said yesterday.
That was then, this is now. A woman's mind changes with the phases of the moon, you know?
This is true.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Anyway, I believe in Date. I trust him more than anyone else in Abyss.
I have done some research. As the name suggests, the company is owned by the Okiuras. The same Okiuras we know. Renju's father created the company.
Another connection to Renju.
No, actually. Currently, Okiura Fishery has nothing to do with Renju. The company has been managed by office representatives for the past 17 years after Renju's father died. Renju holds no shares and is not involved in the management. In short, Renju did not inherit the company from his father, and it was instead given to other persons.
But it can't be a coincidence.
It certainly is suspicious. I would suggest searching the warehouse again. You may be able to discover why Iris was resurrected. Mizuki went to Bloom Park 3 nights ago. She was prompted by a Nile message from Renju. There are 3 possibilities. 1. Renju killed Shoko, or was an accessory to the murder. 2. Renju was threatened or blackmailed into luring Mizuki to the scene. 3. The culprit used Renju's phone to send the Nile message. In any case, the motive is still unknown. We need to talk to Renju.
Renju? Where did you go?
He's probably dead. He's probably dead.
You asked Mama at Marble for information regarding Renju Okiura, correct? It is possible she may have something for you by now.
Well, that's my information too. But I had to promise him a meeting with Iris. And we can wait for now.
We can talk to Iris's mom as well. She was Renju's classmate, right? Iba told me about her.
It is absurd. Not possible. Dreams are figments of the imagination. An incident which took place entirely in your mind cannot have any bearing on the real world. That is preposterous. Consider it. If you were to find money in your dream, does your bank account balance go up in reality? If you were to be attacked by aliens in your dream, does a swarm of UFOs invade Earth?
Maybe.
But at the warehouse,
You must have been hallucinating.
Nah.
Within Mizuki's Somnium, you saw Iris's frozen corpse. It is affecting your mental state. Last night, you were so fazed by it that you couldn't speak. If it bothers you to this degree, why not go talk to Iris? Her cell phone is on. I can trace her via GPS. She is currently somewhere in the Lemniscate building.
Alright, let's go then.
There are 4 people I should talk to. So Sejima, Iris and Hitomi Sagan, and Mama. And I need to check the warehouse one more time.
We have many avenues of investigation.
Let's get moving.
Alright. Alright, we got a lot of places to go. Got a lot of places to go.
So Sejima is a key person of interest in this case. Earlier, the boss cited 3 points of suspicion against him, and I agree with her assessment. I checked the call logs of So's phones. Congressman Sejima has 1 phone under his name, and a burner phone rented under a fake name.
Did you find anything interesting?
Unfortunately, no.
Really?
But I do have something. I looked into So's secretary's phone. 1 call in particular stood out to me.
Huh?
It was 1 week ago. From Fuchu Prison. The caller identified themselves as inmate number 89.
Number 89?
Yes. This is most likely the same person who called HQ.
Okay.
Who killed Shogunadami?
Alright.
When you crash, the first thing you hit is the dash.
Thank you.
Interesting.
This box is where you keep your doves.
It's not a dove box.
From what I can determine, he is an assassin. He accepts jobs from the criminal underworld for substantial rewards. His code name is Falco.
You managed to get that this time?
Falco.
How'd you get that in this
Correct.
timeline but not the other? What was different? We're gonna just keep doing that. We're gonna keep doing that without explaining.
Murder. He is serving a life sentence for multiple counts. He was imprisoned 6 years ago.
Oh, 6 years ago. Funny how that works.
6 years ago.
Funny how that works, isn't it? It's all fucking connected.
Unknown.
You don't know?
He is not registered in any databases. He could be a foreigner or recent immigrant, but it would be impossible to determine from where. However, I did not detect any accent in his speech. I believe we can conclude that he grew up in Japan. Unknown. You would have to ask Mr. Sejima for that information.
Number 89 said he knew who killed Shoko.
He did, but that may be a lie.
Does he have any connections to the Cyclops serial killings?
Unknown. In all honesty, I have no idea.
Number 89.
Should we visit Fuchu Prison?
No, we don't have time. Call up boss. Tell her to request that number 89 be brought to Abyss.
Roger.
I
Hey,
heard
buddy.
there was no body found at the cold storage warehouse. Isn't your investigation over?
No, not really.
Iba, look! A merman!
So is a wealthy politician. It is no surprise to me that he has a merman.
Of course.
Wait, a merman?
Oh, that's crazy, but not the Kappa.
Oh, hey everybody! I'm a merman.
Of course you are.
Speaking of gardens, what kind do you prefer?
I like a well-manicured lawn. But some bushes aren't bad either. I mean, what?
Alright. Moving on. We ain't gonna question nothing. Gonna just go about our business and don't say a goddamn word.
I told you, I will not answer that question.
And why not? We didn't find anything there. There's nothing to hide.
It appears that he will not respond.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know that girl. I've never seen her before.
Date.
I knew he was lying. This proves it.
I am having difficulty determining his motive for lying. After all, Iris was not killed.
Maybe he's got a secret with her he doesn't want us knowing. What are you hiding so?
He fucking it, that's what.
You are beginning to irritate me.
I'm a policeman, and you're
What
a
did you want to
politician.
talk to her about?
It's part of the
What is
job.
the private matter you mentioned? What is your relationship with her?
I'll answer your questions when you present a warrant. Number 89. Who is that?
An inmate at Fuchu prison. He used to go by Falco. He was an assassin.
Odd, finding such a person in Japan.
What do you mean?
What about him?
About a week ago, he called your secretary.
No, what do you mean? You're trying to say that Japan never has assassins? The place that's famed for fucking ninja and shit. Fuck off.
I don't know anything about that. He was probably calling for a pardon or some such nonsense. My secretary probably decided it wasn't worth my attention. If you need information, you can ask her. I can't help you. Haven't you people got enough?
No.
I'm very busy. Excuse me. Oh, actually, I do have one more thing to tell you.
What, Dad?
To be honest, Kaname Date, I don't like you.
Fair enough.
I don't ever want to see you again.
I mean, you're a politician who's obviously corrupt, and I'm a police officer. Makes sense you don't like me.
So I suggest that you don't show your face here anymore. It's what's best for both of us. Understand?
Show him
Who
which way
does
to
this guy
stand.
think he is?
Thinks he's your father.
Date, your blood pressure is skyrocketing. Any higher could kill you. Relax, Date. We still have much to do.
I know.
Alright, bye, Dad. Talk to you later. That needs to be brought up again at some point. I need that to be resurfaced. That Sho is my father.
You need more info on Ren?
Yeah, bruh.
I'm sorry to waste your time, but I don't have anything for you.
God damn it.
I see. You're so cold, Mama.
Hey, I'm over here.
Hey, Mama. What's with the pizza, fish, and chips?
Hey man, look, fish and chips is fine. And pizza's fine. Put them both together, I guess you get two fine things.
People used to call me that on the internet all the time. Guess it's stuck.
I don't know why, and I don't want to know why.
Pizza, fish, and chips. Ah, I see. Piece of fucking shit.
One, that's amazing, and two, I don't know why, but hearing that come out of Iba was the best.
This, however, appears to be a simple Italian pizza with fish and french fries.
It's alright. Taxi driver. Fuck him. Alright. Alright.
Hey Date, you know what I say when I turn into a drunk devil?
Nope.
Dev Ale.
Oh. Alright.
Care to watch some riveting videos with balls and holes?
I'll think about it.
Sorry, I don't like golf.
I like that's what I thought of as well. So me and him, same level, I guess.
Well, I could use a little help down there, if you know what I mean.
Nah, I'm fine.
I do not know what she means. Perhaps you should take her up on her offer.
Let's not.
Absolutely not.
I like how Iba is both super intelligent and yet somehow blissfully unaware of life.
I find it calming.
Like, she knows everything, but at the same time she knows fucking nothing.
Why is that?
Don't ask me.
You know about Renju and the Kumakura gang, right?
Yeah, I know. I heard it from his own mouth right here.
Do they have anything to do with the talent scandal at Lemniscate?
Maybe now they do, since Renju is the president of Lemniscate. But even before that, Renju and the Kumakuras go way back. All the way back to high school.
Hey, Date. Have you ever seen a dead body?
I remember Renju saying that to me after he and I went for a
You're
bowl.
a policeman. I don't know what department, but I assume you aren't handing out traffic tickets. So, how about it?
I didn't answer. I turned the question around on him.
What about you?
Me? Well, yeah. Not just one, countless bodies.
Oh dear.
When I was in high school, I had a pretty crazy job. You know the Kumakura gang? I was hooked up to one of their phone fraud scams. I just had to go collect the money from drop points and give it to the Kumakuras. It was an easy job. Eventually, I became friends with the higher-ups. They started taking me with them on jobs.
What jobs?
The target was always an elderly person from the country with no family. Elderly folk who owned a lot of land, you know? They live every day in loneliness and desperation. You just have to be nice to them. That's all it takes. Guys would get to know the old people and they would set up an adoption process. After that, you just have to get them really drunk. Throw them in the tub full of hot water, and they pass. Just like that.
Oh jeez.
Heart attack, brain hemorrhage, or they simply go to sleep and drown. The police almost never investigated. It always looked natural, like they died of old age.
Oh god.
So the adopted gang members would inherit the land. Then we sell it and make massive profits.
Jesus.
I watched a lot of people get killed like that. And I've seen journalists get killed for getting too close to the truth. So Why am I telling you all this? Are you going to arrest me?
I took a sip of my glass. I didn't say anything for
You
a while.
didn't do it yourself, right?
No, I was always the lookout. But still... Date,
Tears fell to the counter unending. We didn't say another word until the ice in the glass had melted to nothing. Jesus, though. Jesus, though.
Oh, Falco?
You know him?
I know him as a famous assassin in the underworld. Just rumors, though. Nothing specific.
What kind of rumors?
He's good. 100% success rate. No evidence. He was a world-class killer.
Did you ever meet him?
Nope. I don't even know what he looks like.
Any other info?
I know he's connected to the Kumakuras somehow.
Them again.
Well, that's about it. I don't have anything else for you. Sorry I'm not much help.
No, don't worry about it.
Can you come back again tonight? There's a regular here who is good friends with Ren. They should be here tonight. If you ask him, he might have some information for you.
Tonight?
Yes. I'll be waiting for you.
Alright, cool. Alright, cool. That's fucked up, though, Ren. That's fucked up, man. That ain't right. That ain't right, man. I ain't down with that.
I apologize for yesterday. I arrived uninvited.
No, I'm grateful. Thanks to you, Mizuki has her voice back.
No, I didn't do anything.
How to handle a monster parent. Alright.
I've been wondering about that picture.
Iris drew it when she was 12.
That's you on the left and Iris in the middle, correct?
Yes,
And who's on the right?
the man I was dating at the time. It was only for 3 months.
Oh yeah, Falco. You were dating Falco for it was only 3 months?
I met him about 6 years ago.
6 years, of course, it was.
Have you been to the Kume Shrine in the Minato district? I was praying there one day, and I heard a voice. Well, more like a groan. Behind the shrine, I saw a man sitting on the ground. He was bleeding badly from his stomach. I took out my phone to call an ambulance, but he grabbed my wrist, and he held me, and then he kissed me. I was shocked, but when I stared into his eyes, then I heard footsteps, and then a bunch of men yelling. They were looking for him. When the voices and footsteps faded, he let me go. Don't call an ambulance, and don't call the cops. I knew he had to be a criminal, so I took him.
You just happen to know underground clinics.
You took him to a mob doctor?
Renju's friend. I only met him once.
You just happen to know underground. Okay.
Even though we had our first kiss seconds after meeting each other, it took a long time before I got to see him again. The first time we held hands was when we watched a horror movie together. The first time I took his arm was when we went to a haunted house in an amusement park. But I wasn't the one who grabbed him. A zombie jumped out and scared us, and
He's a criminal! He's a killer!
He had that cute side to him. And I was falling in love. Our second kiss was in the car. It's cliché, I know. But we drove around at night, looking at all the lights. We parked our car near a warehouse and kissed. I don't think we ever said I love you, but we both knew. We were getting closer and closer. I introduced him to Iris about a
Look
month
at
after I
mini
first met him.
Iris. That's adorable.
Iris never had a father figure in her life before. She warmed up to him immediately and treated him like a real dad. From then on, it was always the three of us together. We would go to the beach, to the river, the zoo, the amusement park. Going to barbecues with another person was a new experience for me and Iris. Everything felt so fresh. Every day was so exciting. Oh, sorry. You asked about the picture. You wanted to make okonomiyaki one day. He was working with the hot plate. It was ridiculous. He was trying to flip one, and it flew up in the air and landed right on my head. Iris saw the whole thing and laughed and laughed. I hadn't seen her laugh like that in a long time. I was having so much fun that I put an okonomiyaki on their heads too. Plop, plop. I added the bonito flakes and mayo and sauce. At this point, there was no going back. Eggs flew, flour going everywhere. The room was not a pretty sight. After our battle, we laughed like crazy. We were rolling around on the floor. So Iris decided to draw it. It's
One, you are honestly a lovely woman. Like, legit. Two, what happened? I need to know about the shooting.
But those days didn't last. 6 years ago, in November, a man with a gun broke into our house. Fortunately, Iris wasn't home at the time, but my boyfriend was. That's why the gunman came. He wanted to kill him. He wanted to kill him and he would never stop. He pulled the trigger. I tried to protect him. The bullet hit me, but the police arrived. They were both arrested and...
Oh, okay.
Why was he after your boyfriend?
Before he met me, he committed some terrible crime. I don't know the details, but it was awful. So he became a target for underworld criminals. I don't know exactly why, but I know that he betrayed them in some way.
May I ask you something?
Of course.
I had heard that that incident was a random break-in gone wrong.
Oh. That's not true. I lied about it at the time, because of Mizuki. Mizuki is Iris's friend. If she found out, Iris would find out too. I didn't want Iris to know.
Know what?
That I was dating a criminal. He was her father figure. Iris looked up to him. If she found out about his past...
Okay. Alright. That's answers some of my questions, and not the question about why that was in my dream. Am I your boyfriend? Am I the gunman? Because the guy we saw was Falco. Falco was clearly dating you, which means Falco was the boyfriend. So was I the gunman who killed? Or tried to kill? Why was that in my dream? Am I part of the mob? Is Dante part of the mob? I need answers to these questions. I need answers to these questions, madam. Am I the gunman? Was I working for the Kumakuras? Was I working for the Was that green? Yeah. Was I working for the Kumakuras? Like what's going on?
Today's a holiday. I suppose there's never a day off for a detective. Oh, but you aren't a detective, right?
Yeah, it's
Technically, yes. But I still deal with crime.
I see. Today is a holiday.
You forgot too, didn't you?
Did something happen to him? You asked me that yesterday.
there was no line there.
Did something happen to him? You asked me that yesterday.
I'm noticing mistakes. Not a lot, but I'm noticing mistakes now.
Right from the hospital? I'm sorry. I have no idea.
Oh, didn't mean to that.
I've put Iris through so much. I was 19 and single when she was born. People didn't take kindly to that. But Iris was such a fighter. She always protected me. I remember, one time at the nursery, some of the other mothers were talking about me. Iris ran up to them and said, "Don't talk about my mommy." I'm supposed to be the mother, but it's Iris who's always protecting me. They died when I was 17.
Oh, lovely.
I was an orphan, and my relatives lived far away. They might have taken me in, but I was already in my second to last year of high school. It wasn't a good idea for me to move that late. So I decided to stay here, by myself.
And take care of Iris.
Yes, all alone. But Renju would help sometimes. It was always just me and her. Vacations, barbecues, zoos, amusement parks. Just me and her. Oh, that reminds me. When Iris was 5, there was a children's theater show in Bloom Park. It was called Milky Moon. It was about girls as magical space rangers and such. She loved singing and dancing. Even as a kid, whenever she heard music, her body would start moving. It was a quirk of hers. And she did it at the show, too. Toward the end, when all the Milky Moon girls were dancing to the ending song, Iris climbed up onto the stage and danced with them. I tried to stop her, of course. I grabbed her arm and tried to get her to sit, but before I knew it, she was up there, dancing. And everyone was so excited. Even I was dancing by the end of it. When it was over, she had the biggest smile on her face. "Mama, you're a good dancer." That's the kind of girl she was.
Okay, but can we talk about, like, that, about murder and stuff?
Whenever she sees someone playing music on the street, she'll run up and join them, right then and there. Music at the train station, the crosswalk beeping, even at convenience stores. When their little chime played, she would start dancing. It almost got her into trouble once. She was on the jungle gym and a truck drove by. It was playing loud music out the windows. She climbed up to the top and started dancing, but she lost her balance and fell. She fractured her leg pretty badly. It was on a Sunday, and it was hard to find an open emergency care. I was carrying her on my back, running and running through town. I could still hear her crying. "Will I still be able to dance, Mommy? Can I still dance?" She cried and cried into my shoulder. It was the only time she ever cried so much. No, that's not true. There was one other time.
When you got shot, I would hope.
6 years ago, I was the victim of a shooting.
Yeah, we know.
After the surgery, Iris came in running. And she was sobbing.
Mommy, don't die! Don't die! Please don't die, Mommy! Don't die!
It was in the shoulder, love. Like, I know you're like 5, but come on. You're 12,
I
but
swore
yeah.
to myself then that I would protect her, no matter what. Iris is everything to me, more important than my own life.
Yeah, in one timeline she's dead though.
Date, we can't spend time reminiscing. We have to get moving.
Yeah, let's go.
But like, was I the gunman? Why did I have the dream? Was it me? You'd think she'd remember if it was me, but was it me? Was it my twin? Why was I killing the women in that one dream?
I am so aggro right now!
I bet you are.
Who says that?
Her.
Why are you angry?
You backed out on your Shovel Forge promise.
I didn't make any promises.
You promised me a date, though.
I did go to your house.
2 minutes before midnight, and you didn't even take me anywhere.
Yeah, because we only had 2 minutes.
We could have gone somewhere. Iturup, Kunashir, Shikotan, Habomai?
I don't know what any of that is.
Absolutely not.
Then you should have come earlier.
Well,
I don't know what any of that was that you just said. You said words to me.
It's Shinsen Chatran.
Yeah, sure.
who's that?
How to make good soba. I'll bring that home for later.
Date, look! It's a Terraphila camellifolia! Look!
I don't know what that is.
Yay! Yay! Go Terraphila camellifolia!
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, you do that. I don't know what the fuck that is, but okay.
I should lose some weight.
I didn't say so fat.
Hey.
Like it? It's called Fisherman Shagging a Common Dandy.
Fair enough, I would indeed shag a common dandy, I guess. That's like, I don't know what common dandy is, but yeah. Actually, isn't dandy a gay person? I don't know. My old English is a little rusty.
Why?
Well, because it may lead to something in the future.
I know, right?
I don't know.
Date, we're on an investigation.
Hey man, let a brother get laid, it's cool.
Just let me have this.
Exactly!
Well, I like guys that like New Guinea fruit bats and yellow spotted neck turtles.
Sure.
I cannot even picture that.
Neither can I. That's okay.
I want to too. We've been looking for him. We've been getting so many calls, it's hard to keep up with.
The fact that there hasn't been a second murder yet is kind of strange. Because, like, there's the question about the body, but there's been no action, there's been, like, no, like, solid second killing.
I'm 5'4".
You're really short.
That is clearly not what you meant.
You're really short, madam. I'm taller than you.
That's enough. I'll come right out of your eye socket if you don't stop. I'm serious. I'm going to pop out.
I both out my left eye and started dancing on the desk. The receptionist immediately fainted. I oversaw the whole thing and also fainted. And so my story ended. The end. Alright. Alright. I can let that happen. So I decided not to ask her for information. Alright, cool.
I know you were mad about our date, but why was your phone off? I couldn't get a hold of you. Last night around 2 a.m., someone visited you. Who was it? And you left the house as well. Where did you go?
You really want to know?
Yes.
And you'd do anything for the answer.
Yes.
All right then. Shovel Forge.
No.
Then go on a date with me.
Again, no.
But you owe me for yesterday.
You do, in fact, Date.
I told you I couldn't get a hold of you.
Objection. Even if you did get a hold of me, you didn't want to see me anyway, right? Until you fulfill your promise, I won't tell you anything.
I mean, she's right.
Off?
Yeah, from school.
Oh, yeah. It's a holiday. So I decided to come to Lemniscate. We're going to do a recording for a show soon. What about him?
I need to hide it. I told about Andrew's disappearance.
A traffic accident? I'm worried.
Any idea where he could have gone?
I'm sorry, no.
Iris, promise you won't laugh. I saw something at the cold storage warehouse last night.
What?
Your dead body. I told you not to laugh.
But, come on, Date. I'm alive. I'm right here.
Yeah, it's really confusing.
Look, I can jump around. Woohoo!
Stop, I'm serious. In my dream, I saved you from being killed. And here you are. Which is why I was like that when I went to your house yesterday. Sorry, there's no point in telling you all this.
No, it's fine. Sorry for laughing. I just didn't know what was up with you.
Huh?
I believe you, Date. Maybe you were in a parallel world or something.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Another bizarre explanation.
I've seen him on TV.
Ever met him?
No.
Not at all.
No, not at all. So, what are we doing?
What do you mean, we?
What do you mean?
For our date, of course.
Oh, yeah. Tomorrow. Oh my god, I have the options.
Fine.
Hey, wait a minute!
Yay! So you'll play Shovel Forge with me?
Sure, I want to see what Shovel Forge looks like.
I will not.
So we'll go on a date then.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be less awkward to just play Shovel Knight with her?
Deal. And you have to honor our agreement this time.
I can't believe it.
Oh, but we can't go right away. I have a recording coming up. I should be done by 3, though.
Tessa, we're starting soon.
Got it! So, Date, meet me back here at 3?
AM?
If you ditch me, I will be beyond furious. Anyway, bye for now. Peace!
Peace, alright. I smiled and strolled over to the studio.
There is no point remaining here. Let's get moving.
Again though, wouldn't it be less awkward just to play a fucking video game with her instead of going out on a date and being seen in public? I'd rather play Shovel Knight. Like, if you're a cop and you don't want things to get out, like she blackmailed you with the video for this exact reason. Just play the goddamn video game with her. If I were my left eye socket, I walked into the cold storage warehouse. I could see my breath. I looked around, shivering. Nothing seemed to change from last night though.
There are numerous cardboard boxes on the shelves. There is nothing abnormal about them. Hi, I'm Jemimon.
Sounds like a reference I don't know about. Is that meant to be a Doraemon reference?
Iba, the jokes, you've gotta stop.
You shut up, you're worse.
A forklift. It doesn't seem like it's in use. It was likely just left here.
Again though, can we talk about the fact that this forklift is not iced over? Is that an actual thing? Or is that just, like, does that matter or is that just like a game? Is that just like a game thing where it's just like it's just left?
Nothing has changed.
Like has it bugged out or something? Like legit, that's bothering me. It's not iced over.
A forklift. Nothing seems out of the ordinary.
It's not iced over, which means it's been in use. Let me X-ray it or some shit. It's really annoying me.
There are only a few items on the shelf. It is likely that this warehouse isn't in regular use. It's a wooden box. There is nothing inside. That machine is used to cut ice. Do they store ice here? A switchboard. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. You first arrived here yesterday at 9 p.m. At that time, lying on this workbench was...
Iris's dead body, covered with a white cloth.
But the second time...
The corpse was gone.
It was 11:25 p.m., but the body could not have simply vanished. Crime scene investigation was here before 11:25 p.m.
When did they arrive?
According to the report, 10:30 p.m., after we finished sinking with So.
It took them an hour and a half to get here?
Correct.
Why did it take them so long?
Unknown. The report does not specify. Perhaps a result of outside influence.
Outside influence?
In any case, there is nothing of note about the bench. Examining it will not reveal any further information.
Nothing.
But finding nothing may, in fact, be something.
What do you mean?
I was just thinking out loud. Let's get going. Date, your temperature is dropping. At this rate, they might find your body in here.
It really bothers me. It really, really bothers me how that one's not iced over. And I'm just meant to be like, it's fine.